Hey, welcome back to another episode of A Link to the Past. Now we're going to do the water labyrinth. See what this stone statue or the stone tablet says. Carrot, it is I, that guy. Objects exist simultaneously in both worlds with similar shapes. If the form of a thing changes, it will affect the shape of its twin in the other world. Okay. Isn't that like the whole premise? Spoiler alert for anybody who wants to see that movie. It's not really worth it, by the way, but it's been out for a while. So spoiler for Us. Isn't that the whole premise of Us? Basically, like trying to control people through genetically made doppelgangers that are like the somehow the same and yet the complete opposite of like the people that they represent on the surface. And if you get mad at me for spoiling Us, I literally gave you a good enough time and immediate you know, time and warning. But I saw that movie in theaters. It was okay. It wasn't really that great. I never saw God Out or Get Out. I know everybody loved Get Out. I've never seen it, but I watched Us on the premise that Get Out was supposed to be so really good. And I really liked the advertisement for it. It looked really good, but one thing that is immediately apparent when you watch the movie is that like everything that happens in the trailer happens in the first 5 minutes of the movie, so like everything that comes after that is like really different. But if you like the movie, that's great. I'm not here to rain on anyone's parade or anything. I'm just expressing how I felt about it, and how I felt about it was okay. And maybe it was worth the price of admission, but it was only one, like for me, it was only a one-time watch. Like I would never intentionally watch that movie again. So it kind of feels like one of those things that it had a lot of forced symbolism in it. And I'm not against symbolism and stuff. It's just, I think I talked about it in Silent Hill, is like that symbolism can be done very, very well, but a lot of the times it kind of isn't, because the people who, it seems like a lot of people, like, can I pull these tongues? I can't remember. It feels like a lot of people who try to put symbolism in their movies or television shows or games or something like that are so scared that you'll miss it that they've got to make it so on the nose and so obvious that it's like there's no possible way that you can miss the symbolism. I think I was talking about that in the first Silent Hill, because like I was talking about the symbolism in that game and how in the first 4 games it's actually like a blink and you miss it kind of situation, because like it's kind of like either you get it or you don't, you know what I mean? And I actually appreciate that a lot, personally. Because like that actually requires you to pay attention, and that requires you to care. So here is a spot. I don't remember exactly how, but you can actually cost yourself getting that key and soft lock yourself if you activate the waterway here without grabbing it. I don't remember exactly how to do that, but you can do that. And it requires you to get a certain key and not use it in a, before you get to this point, if I remember correctly. But you can soft lock yourself at that spot, and the remedy to that is to like just leave the dungeon and come back, and it resets the water. Wow, eat that. So now we can pass through here with the water. But yeah, I mean, just to you know, because I feel like I pretty much said what I needed to say with that, but just to like finish that off, like, I don't dislike symbolism. I think symbolism is great. I think that it can be utilized to really good effects, but the problem is just that, like, the people who are trying to use symbolism are so scared that you'll miss it, or they want to you know, they want their haha, look at me, I'm so clever moment, that like they're afraid that you'll miss it. And let's see, okay, yeah, I gotta push it. Like they're afraid you'll miss it, or they want their like, look how smart I am for thinking this up moment, that like they gotta just rub your nose in it. And it's like, I like nuance and subtlety and stuff, you know. Sometimes something on the nose is great, like sometimes a joke on the nose is really good, or, you know, when it comes to the moment of the big reveal, that's great. But then like there's just points like where it's just like, this sucks. You know what I mean? Like, I don't ever plan on playing any David Cage games because first of all, I don't really feel like they're games, and they don't really interest me. I kind of find them boring. If I ever played any of them, it would probably be Indigo Prophecy, because that game just gets so wacky-doo by the end of it. I'm gonna go hit the switch real quick, because I need to hit it in order to like... Actually, no, I don't think I can hit this one for that, can I? It gets so wackadoo by the end of it that it's like crazy, but it's also one that's super pretentious, like all David Cage games. They're super pretentious, and they like... It's like, oh, look how smart and important and stuff I am. And it's like, dude, this is the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard. You know what I mean? Not just him saying that he's like trying to act like he's like this great genius, but like, I just mean like, this story makes no fucking sense. It's not even entertaining from the aspect... Okay, so I guess I do have to hit that switch somehow. It's not even entertaining from the aspect of like, you know, a story. You just, you know, you brought something out of left field that has nothing to do with anything. You know what I mean? Alright, so maybe I have to hit the switch and then go out this door. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so like, I don't like... So back in the day, the only one that I had ever played, and I think it's the only one I have ever played, was Heavy Rain, and this was back when it released. And the first time I played it, it was like really good. The second time I played it, which was pretty quickly afterwards, it was like, I started to see the cracks in it. Especially because, I'm not going to spoil it, but like, the big twist is one of those that literally happens in a way that it kind of pisses you off, because it's like, you know, who the origami killer is requires certain events to be like in real time altered to the point where it's like, you know, there's no fucking way that this is like, that this happened this way. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know, like at the moment you don't question it because it's like there's no reason to, but then when they're like, it's the big reveal, it's like that really sucks, because it literally required like the moment that thing is happening to like to be treated in such a way where it's like you don't how do I explain this? Your information about what's actually going on in the scene is like literally cut out so that it seems like something different happened. You know what I mean? Like a post edit kind of deal, and it kind of just sucks. Anyway, we got the hook shot. Boing! It's the hook shot. It extends and contracts, and boing, it can grapple many things. Boing, boing. But yeah, I'll leave my little David Cage, the rant of how the ending of Heavy Rain actually really sucks. And well, there's multiple endings, but the big twist reveal of Heavy Rain is actually garbage. It's not clever. It's poor writing. It's almost like a Deus Ex Machina moment. Of course, Deus Ex Machina stands roughly for like God of the Machine, something like that. And the point of that in writing is that you write yourself into a wall or into a corner. I guess I can't go this way yet. You write yourself into a wall or into a corner, and then you have to like create a new character or a situation that's like impossible has to happen to write yourself out of that corner. Which is 100% what happens in Heavy Rain. But I don't know. I like the aesthetic of Heavy Rain. I like how depressed everything looks, like depressive everything looks. But like at the same time, like I'm just saying the whole like big twist reveal is just kind of like this is dumb. This is really bad writing. All right. But I'm going to for real leave it there. I know I have a tendency to continue to talk about things after I've said I'm going to leave it there. I'm pretty sure you can pull one of these tongues, right? And I always thought that these guys looked like Balome in Mario RPG a little bit. Personally, I just thought it looked like Balome. And we got to go to the other side and pull it from the other side. How do we get in there? Was there another stairway that I didn't see? Yeah, I think I know how to get there. It's behind this locked door. Does it open too when I do this? Like, put this on the switch, I mean. Does that one also open, or is there like another way over there I gotta open it? Yeah, it does open, okay. Alright, we're gonna go traveling down these stairs. Hope we don't fall. And this will drain the water. And, have I been? I don't think I've been here yet. I don't think there's a way for me to have been here yet. Yeah. What's down this way? Is it a dead end? I'd actually prefer it if it was, to be honest. Oh, it's this way. Got some money here. Got some more money here. Well, at least it wasn't like, you know, at least it wasn't like a very important missable item that I'd have to go searching for later. I think one of these, I know at some point one of these waterfalls has like a hidden door behind it. And there's like no there we go. There's like really no indication. Let's see, is there anything? I guess there's just a dead end that way. Hopefully, just a dead end that way. Because at this point, it's just go to the boss, isn't it? I think there's a key behind under this skull. Get out of here, Water Strider. Making me think of the Tuxedo, and I'd hate to make anyone think of that movie. Walter Strider. Yeah, I think it's just a, you know, yeah, revive. Oh yeah, I remember what this boss is. It requires the hook shot. Like a lot of Zelda bosses and dungeons, they require the items you get from the dungeon to defeat them. This was like the first game I think that really did that. So we got this guy. He's got these like little clouds. And you gotta hook shot them off and like attack them and stuff. I think that, don't they bring this boss back for like Majora's Mask, or am I thinking of something else? Or is it like a combination of the two bosses? Because there's like another boss that's like a jelly eyeball that shoots lightning. That you kind of have to do the same thing. You have to defeat certain eyeballs to like get them out of the way. And of course his big ass body keeps like blocking the hook shot. Now he's gonna like jump up and start just like going around the screen like this, and you just gotta like hit him and he'll just keep doing it. I don't remember if he tries to land on top of you or not. I think so. Really not that bad when you know what to do, and if you just keep moving, he's not that bad. I think this is the last hit? No. Oh, he almost got me there. Oh, he got me, partner. Ow. But I got a fairy, so haha. I think it's the last one, though, so I gotta be careful. I mean, he should be on his, like, last hit, though, so it shouldn't be that bad. Or, I guess he's not on the last hit. He was second to last hit. I was close. Art container. Alright, am I remembering correctly? Do they literally tell you the same information over and over again? Or am I just like forgetting that? Because I said something about that like at one point that I was talking about Breath of the Wild, about how they tell you the same info over. Anyway, Carrot, because of you I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters, thank you. The Triforce will grant the wishes of whoever touches it as long as that person lives. That is why it is hidden in the Golden Land. Only a select few knew its location. But at some point, that knowledge was lost, and the person who rediscovered the Golden Land was Ganondorf, the evil thief. Luckily, he couldn't figure out how to return to the Light World. Well, remember that you have magical powers, which only the hero can make the most of. There are some other magical warp points, like the one you saw on Death Mountain. By using them, you can go between the two worlds and find the evil monsters, or find the evil hidden in the dark world. You are the only one who can destroy Ganondorf. The thief, no, Ganondorf, the evil king of darkness. Did you understand? Sure. May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. Okay, so they did say something different, but it was pretty much the same information we already knew. Like, we already know about Ganondorf, we already know about the Golden Lands and the Triforce. Let's see, the next one is in Skull Woods, which I think I have to, like, go back to the normal world to get there, so let's go ahead and warp back. Whoa. Uh-huh. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm trying to think of something. Let me think. I think I do know how to get there, but I have to warp back and forth. I have to warp back and forth between the light and the dark world to get up there, if I remember correctly. And I'm not going to do that right now, because I'm not going to go over there to do that. Let's see, how many hearts would I have left? I'm not in the world to see. So, like, there was, what, 7 bosses left? Because that's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that maybe accounts for all but 3 hearts. I'm not trying to do 100%. I'm just trying to figure out how many pieces of heart, maybe 12 pieces of heart, and that would end up causing me to like get all the heart pieces. I think there's something I do want to try though before I go to Skull Woods. I think I should be able to do it. I have to be in the Dark World. I can't get the sword upgrade, but I might be able to get a couple of more items real quick. So, like I said, maybe roughly 12 pieces of heart, and then like all of that. Of course, you know, that's not the only way you get 100%. You got to get all the items, got to get all the heart pieces, all the upgrades, all of that. If it happens organically, that's fine, but I'm not going to intentionally go out of my way. You know what I mean? That's what I mean when I say like I'm not going to go out of my way for it, or I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try and go out of my way for it. I'm still debating on when I eventually play Ocarina of Time if I'm going to try and do 100%. I mean, I've 100%ed that game to death and back 100 times, basically, but, like, I don't know how interesting it would be to watch. You know what I mean? There's an arrow pointing down there. This is not... Oh, I can go and do that, too. So I should be able to... The lumberjack should be done with their cutting that tree. So I think there's another dude in here who's like, I'll give you some information for some money. Yeah, I'll tell you a profitable story if you pay me 20 rubies, sure. Thank you. To tell you the truth, I found an incredibly beautiful... I found incredible beauty inside the pyramid, but someone sealed the door. You can't do anything with a standard bomb, they say. So, okay, so there's that. Grab my... Is this the spot where I use the... This might be the sanctuary, actually. Yeah, this is not the spot I was thinking of. Use this... the mirror. It's on this screen over here. You want to climb up these stairs and use the mirror here. It gets you up on this ledge. And it should have... Can I just... Do I need to bomb it? I guess so. Need to get some more fairies as soon as I can. So it has a piece of heart. So this is not what I thought this was. I guess it is down here in the graveyard. I'm just going to intentionally not jump on in that because I'm going to run over here and grab this other piece of heart from the lumberjack spot. Because that's where you get it. And then it'll just be a quick walk back over. And I'll probably do that in between videos because I'm probably going to end it after I get this piece of heart. Spoiler alert. Got that bird. You see that? Didn't know it was going to hit him. Turns out my sword was going to hit him. So this tree... If you charge into it with the Pegasus shoes, you can drop down here and grab a piece of heart. Oh, and there's some fairies. Is it a piece of heart? I'm pretty sure it's a piece of heart. I hope it's a piece of heart. But that was good because now I got my fairies back. Was that all of them? Yeah. Cool. Yep, piece of heart. So that's now should be like 10 pieces of heart left, and I should have all the hearts. But I'm going to come over here and warp again, and then I'm going to end the episode. That way we're in the dark world at the beginning of the next one and we can go to Skull Woods. Because we are, like, Skull Woods is like, you're kind of like in it when you're in it. You know what I mean? There's a fortune tell, like the fortune tellers, I think if I remember correctly, they kind of give you hints as to where to go. Not this way. I wish I had the better gloves so I could just go, you know what I mean? Instead of having to walk around, I gotta walk around. I got a screen transition. Alrighty. Get my hammer back out. Yeah, now that I think about it, I don't think the hammer's in Majora's Mask, is it? I don't think so. Not that it really matters, but anyway, so this is where I'm going to call the episode. Appreciate you watching. If you made it to this point in the episode, I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.